Hey everyone, it is BrickLover18 here today in my Lego City, and I'm going to be giving you a tour of my Bricks Tower complex. Bricks Tower is a MOC I made back in May of 2021, and it is a combination of several different stores, buildings, hotels, apartments, studios, restaurants, and so much more into this one massive complex that's located in the far back corner of my Lego City. And this is going to be part number one of this tour, where I'm going to be showing you the Lego store as well as the hotel, which occupies several stories of this building. All right, let's get right into it. Even outside my Lego City, this building is absolutely massive. It's got tens of thousands of parts, I would estimate, to be included. I honestly have no idea, and it took me several days to build from completion. Like I was saying, down here, I've got a Lego store, the lobby to the hotel, a school, which takes up a total of 3 floors, with the lobby beginning on the ground floor, the Lego Ellen Studio, which takes up this bottom floor here, as well as this side of the building, as well as an event space, a sushi restaurant, a Lego YouTubers clubhouse, several floors of hotel suites, my custom penthouse suite, 2 stories tall. It's got a custom pool on the top here with another pool down here, and then 2 floors of empty office space, 2 floors of a Lego room, and then another floor of empty office space. Topped off with a beautiful skylight as well as this vintage Lego flag. The whole building, the entire complex, is absolutely massive. So let's get started with the tour. You should have already seen my custom Lego Ellen Studio as well as the adjacent building, so I will not be covering that in this video. So to get started, I'm going to go right to this side of the building and take a look at the Lego store and the hotel lobby. So because this building isn't built your typical modular style, I had to find my own creative ways to make it so I could still access these areas. The school is one giant part, so as you can see, I had to build it so all the floors can be removed so I can show you what the detailing of these bottom floors look like. So it's certainly not going to be easy to show you the Lego store because this is what I'm dealing with in terms of camera angle. This school here is 3 stories alone, and then the Lego store is equivalent to 2 stories. So it is pretty far down there. This is what it looks like once I've removed everything from the modular style Bricks Tower. As you can see, we've got the 3 floors of the school, as well as the roof, the pool, and the upper part of the commercial tower. But regardless, this is what the overhead of the Lego store as well as the hotel lobby look like. I tried to make the front of the Lego store here look like any Lego store would look like, maybe in like New York City or in a mall or something like that. I wanted it to be full of glass with the big Lego logo right over top of the 2 doors. And of course, like every Lego store, it's got the big double doors and it's very, very bright. If you want to open up the doors here, they have studs on them that say Lego. And you can really see what it looks like on the inside. We've got 2 employees working there, both at the cash. And as you can see, there is just so much Lego absolutely everywhere. These 2 Lego store employees are wearing the typical Lego store uniform, and on the back it actually has the Lego logo. At the back of the store here, we've got the pick-a-brick wall. The pick-a-brick wall is arguably my favorite part of the Lego store. It's always one of the very first places I go and one of the last things I see before I leave the store. Above the pick-a-brick wall, I've got a couple different bricks here just to give it a little bit more detail. On each side of the Lego store, I've really tried to do my best to encompass some displays as well as some sets. I took a bunch of these stickered Lego pieces from other Lego sets that I have in my collection because I wanted them to be really cool here in the Lego store. Just like a typical Lego store, there is a big 2x4 brick right at the front here, as well as a bin of loose parts. It does look like some of the loose parts fell out when I moved this, of course, but it still looks pretty good. Along the Lego store, there are a bunch of different shelves with a bunch of different sized boxes and random sets everywhere in between. I've also included a few different display pieces, so we've got a couple of the large windows and then a couple of the small display pieces around the Lego store. I used to work at the Lego store, but one is called Brand Ribbon and one is called Brand Displays, but I don't really remember which is which because it has been a while. I used a couple of these shelves pieces to really make it look like these sets were sitting on shelves, when realistically they are attached to bricks with studs on the sides at the back. There is sets down at the bottom here, which looks really, really cool as well. And I'm just a big fan, honestly, of how many stickered sets and stuff there are. I think it looks really cool, and that was the vibe I was going for. At the very top of the Lego store, I've added the Brickley Sea Monster. He starts back here with his tail, and he goes all the way around the Lego store with his head coming out at the top here. This is just like the Lego stores in New York City. Right here at the very front, we've got a bunch of sets that look like they're on clearance. They're stacked up sky high, and it allows the shoppers to go in and see what they may have on sale. And then I've got all of the other Lego set displays over here. It is kind of hard to see them with the sale sets in the way, so I'll just take a stack off there, and you can see that I really did try and add the brand ribbon and add a bunch of different fixtures and stuff like that in there. I've even got like a teddy bear at the back, a police officer from one of the old Lego games, because I wanted this to be as cool as possible. It is easier to see the Lego store a bit from the top here, but here you can really see the Brickley Sea Monster a lot better, and some of the other details I've added, like seaweed and fish everywhere. Around the Lego store, I wanted to keep it consistent with the Lego stores in real life. You'll notice that the center of every Lego store is always yellow, while the outer perimeter is always gray, and that is because the gray area is actually the shopping area, and the yellow area is the play area, which is really cool. Some of you may not have known that. At the back here, we've got the two Lego store employees, each with their tills. It looks just like a real Lego store till. It looks, very, very similar. And then at the back corner around the cash wrap, we've got the pick-a-brick section. So there are a few cups there, and it's just ready and eager for people to come in and do some Lego shopping. Honestly, if you want to see the Lego store in a bit more detail, I'll have to link some of the build videos where I was actually building this MOC, because back when I didn't have the school and stuff like that above it, I could really get the camera in at much better angles so you could see everything. But even though this is a very, very tiny Lego store, I wanted to fit as much detail as I can in here, and I wanted to make it as realistic as possible. The last Lego store I had in my city was not very realistic, and especially now that I worked at one, I had a little bit of an insight that I wanted to include. And then directly beside the Lego store, we've got the lobby to the hotel. So I wanted this to look like a grand entrance, a big area, kind of very similar to like the Plaza Hotel. Not a replica of the Plaza, but I wanted the same vibes. I added this big red canopy here, which I really, really like. It is attached to the glass, but it looks like it kind of floats on top, and I really like how that looks. I wanted to continue with the white and black color scheme of the building, but I really wanted to add some gold accents just to really show that this was a luxury hotel. It's got two planters here with lots of flowers at the very top, and then of course the gold awning. At the back here, we've got these big double doors that act as the doors to the lobby. When I open those up, it looks really cool. And these are fully custom because I wanted them to be massive, and I could only have them very, very tiny. So I had to do a lot of engineering work to make them look really cool, but they are absolutely massive, and they are perfectly fit for the luxury theme that I wanted for this hotel. Moving in here, it is a very, very tiny lobby. Right in the center, we've got this huge flower bouquet, just like you would maybe in a very, very fancy hotel. And then behind that, we've got the check-in desk. So like I said, it's a very, very tiny lobby. There's actually no elevators or stairs or anything. You kind of just have to use your imagination to get there. But the big check-in desk is right here. There were some cups and stuff like that actually on the desk, but it looks like they have fallen over. And then at the very back here, we've got the big sign. Because I wanted that luxury hotel feel, I wanted to put a big fixture kind of behind the front desk. There is the nice front desk gentleman. He is there smiling nice and bright, ready to check you into the hotel. And behind him is this big wall. It is a water feature. In a perfect world, those tan bricks would be like Hotel Fairmont Hotel or something like that. A very, very nice fancy brand. And then that's a water fixture moving down. And then we've got some real life plant work on the side to look absolutely incredible. Also with the front desk, I wanted to make sure it was big and bulky, just like you'd see in a really nice fancy hotel. And the floor here is a custom tile floor that is black and white and just looks epic and really adds to the luxurious features of this hotel. And again, here is just an overview of how the Lego store as well as the hotel look from the top floor of the school here. The school will have to be in another video because this one's going on long enough, but it's really cool and I'm really happy with how I had to design that so I wouldn't sacrifice how the front of the building looks in keeping it uniform and not being able to build it modular style. Like I mentioned, I'll show you the school and the rest of the set in a different video, but for now I still want to show you the hotel rooms for all the different floors. So the hotel rooms technically start on the 8th floor of the building, and there are 2 hotel rooms per floor. The reason that this doesn't lay flat is actually it makes sense because of the Bricktubers Clubhouse, which is up here. There are some designs on the bottom floor that they do need for the light fixtures in the Bricktubers Clubhouse, but I'll have to show you that in another video. And then, like I mentioned, the top 2 floors, which are the 12th and 13th floor of the building, are actually my custom 2-story penthouse suite, which will again have to be in another video. Once you've seen one floor of the hotel, you've actually seen them all. Like I said, there are 2 rooms per floor for a total of 8 rooms in this hotel. So it's like a boutique hotel, and each one is identical. On this side here, you can see it has got a queen bed, which is really nice, a seating area, and then a nightstand with a light on it. And that's actually it. I wanted to make sure that each one was tiled, so it's tiled with the 2x2 tan tiles, and then we've got the divider here in the center. I've actually used jumper tiles here to ensure that this whole room is the exact same size on both sides, so that's why the stud kind of lines up in the middle there. If not, I would have had to have a weird size. One room would have been a little bit larger than the other, and I wanted to ensure that that wasn't a thing. And like I said, the hotel room on this side is the exact same. It is just flipped and mirrored to be like an actual hotel room. This is the hallway of the hotel here. It is a little small. It isn't actually tiled, but it's a standard hotel hallway. We've got the doors to each room. Not sure why I had windows on those doors, but it's okay. It doesn't really matter. As well as a light fixture in the center. And I try to do some detailing or like some textured wallpaper, something like that on the side. I don't really have many minifigures ever coming to stay in the Lego City. It's mostly a working city, of course, but I thought a hotel would be really fun to add, and it is really important. So theoretically, how it works is minifigures will go in the lobby here, and then they'll just go behind the check-in desk and go up the elevators. But of course, since there are actually no elevators, you really do just kind of have to use your imagination, which is kind of all what Lego is about. But yeah, that's the top floor here. That is technically the 11th floor of the building. And all of the other floors for the hotel are the exact same. This is what they look like. Overall, I'm honestly pretty happy with how that looks. It could have been better, could have been worse, so I'll take it and leave it the way I do. And then the hotel just attaches nicely here, and it looks great. And like I said, there are 2 more stories here that are my custom penthouse suite, which I will show you because this is such a fancy hotel. It's like a hotel and residence. This pool here is a private pool on the roof, but there's also a pool that goes on top of the roof of the school that is back here that is open for anyone to use. All right, guys, thank you so much for checking out part number 1 of the Bricks Tower Tour. I really hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope you really enjoyed getting to see a bit more detail, the Lego store, as well as the boutique hotel lobby, and of course, the boutique hotel rooms. I'm very excited to be back very soon with part number 2, where I'm going to be showing you the event space, the sushi restaurant, and of course, the Bricktubers Clubhouse. Of course, if you've already missed it, I have already uploaded a full tour of the Lego Ellen DeGeneres studio, and part number 3 will also be coming shortly, where I'll be showing you the school, the commercial tower, as well as the penthouse suite in a little bit more detail. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe. And I'm looking forward to seeing you here in the next video.